Well, maybe you've touched on something here to answer this question already, but from your vantage point, what's the single biggest blind spot CEOs have when they first try to scale? What is the complex truth that they consistently misunderstand?
I think sometimes you focus on the wrong things when scaling. So you end up like you don't want to scale too fast without having the right infrastructure to handle that scale.
Hmm.
So if you just focus on scaling without focusing on having a strong infrastructure, you will end up crashing eventually. So you need to scale fast, but you also need to scale sustainably. You need to scale in a way that doesn't mean you're gonna crash after you hit a certain limit, right? So sometimes going a bit slower is actually going faster on the long run, if that makes any sense.
It makes sense. It's a theme that I keep hearing from my CEOs having to do with we feel like we're building the second floor of the house, but we haven't finished the first floor yet. We haven't really built up the infrastructure to enable this growth. So I appreciate you talking about building. It's more about doing the right things to sustain growth, right? Isn't that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Doing the right things and doing things the right way, not just speeding through things. Usually in startups, you raise funds, you burn through cash, and the focus is a lot on scaling. I'm not a big fan of just raising money. We are a fully bootstrapped company. We have been growing and scaling at a steady pace, right? Because when you do it organically, you cannot scale as fast as someone who has raised funds. So this has really taught me to think long term, right? Not just I have this amount of money I need to burn through it. It has actually helped me focus on what actually makes sense. Growing something sustainable that doesn't require, raising money every now and then. Over a period of 6, 7 years, you see that there's a lot of growth that has happened, but definitely slower than someone who has grown a lot and then the startup crashed after a couple of years and they disappeared. So it's a different view of reality, if
Right.
that makes sense.
And to jump onto a theme you picked up earlier, and I think it fits into this infrastructure and smart growth topic, is you used the proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.